What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another AFK journey video. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about a decision that I ended up making after someone had commented on the last video for the wish list, and I did a little bit more research into what they were saying and I gave it some thought. I mean, all criticism against anything that I say, I take it and I learn from it, because maybe I'm completely wrong in the way that I'm thinking, and that's okay. It allows me to grow in my knowledge and allows me to kind of make decisions and everything like that to better the account and better the progress that I'm able to give an insight and info through the free-to-play series. So this video is obviously going to be about Carolina. That's why she is right here. I use her a ton in Honor Duel. She's one of my favorite characters in Honor Duel, but I never took the time to actually sit down and look at all of her abilities. And with someone telling me that she was one of the best PvP units in the game, I went ahead and did my research. So thank you for whoever that was. I forgot their name. I apologize. But this video is explaining why I'm making the decision of switching to Carolina for our wish list and why she is such an integral part of in-game material that we currently have. Now, just to put a little backstory on any information or decisions that I make whenever I create these videos, my idea is to have the optimal progression to achieve things on a day-to-day basis. Because we are free to play, we can't worry about specifically like one individual character all the time. Because we have a variety of different wishlist characters that are on there, we can't guarantee that we're going to be getting that character over and over. Now with Carolina, the reason that she is such a great target, or great hero, is because of her ability Frostbite. So if we look right here, most of her abilities will give some sort of slow or damage increase, crit increase, and they give like a snowball effect and stuff like that to slow the enemies. So the main core of why she is so good is that she deals Frostbite, and when Frostbite lands on a target, this right here slows the surrounding people, reducing their haste by 15 for up to 6 seconds, can stack up to 3 times, and obviously this just increases the frozen duration over time when you level it up. This one right here also inflicts Frostbite when dealing damage with Snowball Witchery, which is going to be one of her main abilities that she's going to be using on a 0-second cooldown, which is pretty cracked. So pretty much the damage that she's dealing gives any person that she hits Frostbite, which slows them down. Why is that so important? Now, all of the abilities in the game are based off of haste of character, like the haste of the character, how fast they're casting and stacking back up those abilities. More haste means a smaller cooldown on the abilities. So having her in certain parts of the game will allow you to kind of mitigate those characters from using their abilities, and most of the time getting to their ultimates, because you're freezing them as well. So she's a character that can synergize very well with those characters that I was talking about in the past videos, like Aeron, and any other character that has like an AoE kind of substance to their kit that pulls people in or knocks people back in groups. She targets, I believe right here it says, she targets anyone who has the most amount of surrounding enemies within 2 tiles of them. So she's always going to be targeting the bigger clumps of characters and stuff like that. She will allow you to win in arena, because you're just stopping people from using their abilities and ults, which will be very good, especially if you pair her up with Aeron, which is going to pull everyone in with his ult right here. Combines pulling in enemies within 2 tiles to the center, causing an explosion afterwards. So the most important thing is the pull, and then he's immobilizing them for 3 seconds. So that is a huge combination between Aeron and Carolina to be able to do. And then even more on top of that, if you have like a Rowan, you can battery her to get that off a little bit quicker. And Rowan right here If you look at this, Rowan moves up 1 tile and throws coins upon reaching the destination, providing the allies within 2 tiles 250 energy. Obviously, as he gets more beefier and stuff like that, leveling up, he'll give more energy. If we move down here to his later on abilities, he'll also increase haste. So we have an increase of haste and we have a decrease of haste on the team with Carolina there. We have another character, Aeron, which if you organize them in the correct way, you can have him buffing both of them. But better yet is buffing our Carolina. Aeron gets his ult decently fast, and I believe he gets it a little bit faster once he gets into more later parts of his kit as well. Let's go ahead and go to the overview of him. So here he'll be first ultimate of battle does not consume energy. So once we get later on in his kit, he'll be doing that instant, like pretty much as soon as the battle starts. So that way you can have the immobilization and the pull in of his ability, battery your Carolina to get her ability off, and she just shuts down the other team. I think that is huge, just like he was explaining. I think that is huge for late game now that I've looked into this combo and everything. She was not truly on my radar because I just didn't play with her as much. And when I make these videos, it's information of the characters that I've played for. So I am taking a step back and I will go through each of the characters individually, look at all their skills, read everything about them. Not only the ones that I have already and the ones that I'm just not using, but the ones that I haven't gained yet. That way I can bring a little bit more clarification to the information that I'm giving. But anyways, guys, I hope that you got some insight from that. I didn't want to waste too long in this video. Oh, one last thing. Let's go back to the collections guide real quick and the heroes and just take a look at Carolina one more time. One more thing with her, if you look into her abilities right here, the Ice Vortex, which you get later on at the Mythic Plus, when casting Snowball Witchery, Carolina permanently increases the damage of the snowballs by 10% up to 7 times. So that's a 70% bonus. From the 3rd cast of Snowball Witchery, Carolina deals AoE damage to adjacent tiles with the new produced snowballs and reduces their magic defense by 15% for 6 seconds. This increases up to a whopping 30% once we get her later on. At level 2, uses a snowball to attack the same controlled enemy hit by Carolina's normal attacks. So this in return is a great skill to have once you get up to Mythic. Obviously the one here, Hero's Focus, it increases the crit rate and everything during battle, and she gets a pretty decent crit rate bonus by herself. So overall, with a Rowan battering her, she is a monster of a character. I would suggest going back, taking a look at your wish lists, and if you have a spot to fit her in, I would advise doing that. I went ahead and fit her in right here. I took out Igor, although I do believe Igor is very good for late game. Maybe people just haven't figured out how to synergize with him yet. He is a monster in hero duel, so I don't understand why he would fall off in the normality of the game. We haven't gotten him yet to like play around with him in here. Also here, I switched her out as well. So that is my updated plan for her. I will be trying to target Carolina to get more copies of her, to get her to Mythic Plus as fast as possible. Anyways, guys, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next video.